I'm in eastern Austria, close to Mariazell, in a place called Trübenbach, and I'm going to hike today in the Ötschergräben, which is a very nice gorge, or actually it's only part of it. It's freezing temperatures. We have -2.5 degrees, and even though it's end of March and already spring, it is surely still a very deep winter here in this area. We had a lot of snow the last few days, and there is some avalanche warning on the mountains, so therefore I decided to go on the lowlands, hike in the lowlands, and we'll go to a very nice waterfall on this side. It's about 1.5 hours, which is called Trefflingfall. So, I'm all set and starting. It's snowing a little bit. Here in front, this is where the trail starts. This is the Erlauf, which flows through the whole of Ötschergräben Tormoyer. It is about, I think, roughly 30 kilometers. So it starts as a very small, tiny creek and gets bigger and bigger. Of course, now in winter there is not much water inside, but in spring it quite swells up and is a much more lively river. The first kilometer or so is on a forest road, and then the trail starts. This forest road now turns to the left. There are a few houses, and you can climb up to Bärenlacke, which is about at 1,000 meters, and from there you can hike up to the Ötscher mountain, which is right there, of course completely in clouds now. It's not a very high mountain, but the climb from the east over the Raue Kamm is quite an interesting climb. I will continue here along the river Erlauf. As I told you before, here is the junction where you can continue to Bärenlacke and over Raue Kamm to Ötscher. It's a 4 hours hike, of course, in good weather. And we are now continuing to Trefflingfall. The forest road has ended for me, and the snow is here deeper. I had put off my snowshoes, but probably I'll put them on again just after a small bridge which I have to pass. Look at that small bridge. It's completely covered by snow. I don't know if you can see it. The water is quite, it's not clear at all. And this is actually why this place is called Trübenbach. Because in German it means that the water is not clear. And it's definitely time to bring on the snowshoes. Yes, that's much better. Over this bridge. It's a short hike to a place called Teufelskirche, so the Devil's Church, and yeah, let's go there.
Well, passing the bridge was a little bit sketchy because of the heavy snow load. Probably it started to vibrate with every step, and I was a little bit concerned.
And this is it. This is the Teufelskirche. It's quite an interesting rock, and there's a small cave or hole where you can pass through. And this is the history for those that speak German, read German. So I'm back. This is the Erlauf river flowing to the north, and eventually it joins the Danube river, of course. And we continue northwards. Look at this ice. In German we call Eiszapfen. I don't know how they are called in English. So nice. Some of them are substantial. It takes considerably longer in snow than hiking in the summer, so I'm not even halfway to my target. And here you see parts of Ötscher mountain in the back. The top is of course in the clouds. In summer it would be a good place to sit and have a picnic. And here is another trail which goes to Trefflingfall, which is a small village in the forest, but it's quite a climb, about, I think, probably 200 meters up. It's a steep climb from here through the forest. And here are a few houses where I have never ever seen somebody to live, even in summer. So they are probably quite old. On the other hand, somebody has put on this house a new roof, so I think there must be some, it must have some owners. Look at the color of the water, isn't it wonderful? There is another bridge which actually goes to another trail, but the bridge is damaged and it cannot be used for many years already, so it's not possible to pass. Here is so much snow, probably blown by the wind, that even with the snowshoes I sink in knee deep, so at least 20 inches. Then a few meters farther, the snow is only a finger or so thick and the stones come through. So very variable conditions. Well, whoever was in front of me has turned back, so the trail is not, there is nobody who was hiking here before me, so it became even more difficult to advance. The last 20 minutes or so were quite hard. But I am now closing to the bridge, which I have to cross. It's a metal bridge, and here somebody has come. Oh, that's good. So it gets easier again. Yeah, that's so much better. If you don't have to plow through 20 inches of snow. These bridges carry a lot of weight when there is so much snow on them. the last one. At the beginning of my hiking, started to wipe around, and so you could feel that the weight was a lot, and one never knows where their limit is. So it says only 5 minutes, but it's of course not true. In the snow I'll need longer. So I'm very close now to the waterfall. Actually it's only 1 or 2 minutes. Look at that massive ice on the wall. And here's something interesting. It's an old story of the mid-ages. Somebody who was walking through the woods at midnight, he always met a dog which stand behind him, and when he walked he followed, and then one day he cursed the dog, and from that day on the dog was never seen again. So they put here a wooden The ice is so long that I sometimes have to duck myself because I don't want to break them. They are so nice. possible to hike up to the fall. Let's do that and look a little bit. On the jet curve. Turn around once more. This is actually my favorite place here. You can crawl behind the waterfall. And it's like a curtain in front of you, the water. But today there is not much water. Of course it's freezing temperatures in winter, so it's normal. So usually you see more water. Isn't that wonderful? It's so loud here. You can probably not hear me at all, but I so much love coming here, and winter has its own beauty and magic. In summer it can be quite crowded here, but now it's all for me. So I think it's time to drink my tea and eat a little bit. So I hiked for more than 2 hours, I think, even though I don't have a watch with me. But it took much longer than in spring or summer or autumn. So let's see if we can sit here in the dry here. I think it's time to say goodbye, and I have to hike back now, hopefully for less than 2 hours, but it's uphill a little bit, and we'll see. And I have to start to return to my car before it gets dark. I hope you enjoyed this hike. Please leave a comment, and goodbye.